I remember hearing once the fear of uncertainty is the fear of life or the fear of living because, life is unpredictable. We can have a general idea of what can happen. We can, but we don't know for certain that this will play out this way. It's exactly how I envisioned it. But we can have a general idea. And even so, for our own plans, it's like we can have a general idea and put the pieces in place for it to happen. You can kind of set yourself up for success. But in a weird way, it's like we don't truly know, but we're taking that risk. There's that uncertainty there, but we're willing to live with that uncertainty. And, that's risk management, I guess you can say, because, it gets me thinking of the amount of times we think, if only I tried this, if only I started sooner, all these kinds of words and thoughts and expressions that may pop in your head, where it's like, I wish I would have started. I wish I would have started. Or, you blame yourself, or you say things about yourself where it's like, you don't have to beat yourself up, because even so now, like you saying, I wish I would have started. Start now then. Start now. Because a lot of times I feel as if we hold ourselves back for the prevention of failure. We want to prevent failing because, it's not necessarily pleasing, because it's like you can't really say, I enjoy failing. But even so, it's like, we fail and we fail and we fail and we fail until we succeed, until we get it right. And it's that fear of failure that a lot of us may have, because it's that cliche saying, you knock me down 100 times, I'm gonna get back up 101. And that's the kind of mentality we have to have when, confronting our problems, confronting, challenges, I guess you can say. Because challenges are subjective, and because what could be hard for one person is easy to you, what could be hard for you is easy for someone else. But even so, it's like another thing that holds us back is that comparison too. The comparison to, why does he have it so easy, or why can he do it so easily but I struggle? And it's like, you don't know the amount of hours they put in, the amount of work they put behind the scenes, behind, the success they may have. You don't know. But think, it's gonna be the same thing for you. They won't know the amount of work you've put in. The amount of times you've tried, you failed, but you continued, and they don't know that whole story. They don't know the life you lived. They don't know the feelings you faced, the things you had to go through and deal with. And it's like, you may never know. You will never know. So it's like, in that weird sense, it's like stay in your lane, But anyone who you meet along the way and just you kind of just rub off on each other in a good way, where it's like, you grow off of each other, and by all means, that's great. That's amazing connection to have right there. And even so, you may be able to teach people, and you may be able to learn things from other people. Lessons can be learned anywhere from anyone, at any time, at any place, but you have to be willing to accept it. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of failure. It's like, you don't know everything, because how could you know everything? It's a weird sense where it's like, it gets me thinking of like how people would judge and criticize people online. And there's some things, of course, you cannot defend. Like, I won't defend no matter what, just because it's like, there on a certain human level, like, there's some things you don't do. But I'm just saying, people judge so easily now. People will judge so easily now. You try something and people make fun of you, people will say this, but at the same time, people will encourage you, people will say good things. And it's like, I guess it's up to you to find that balance, Whether people say good things about you, sure, it may feel good, but you're still the same person. People may say bad things about you, sure, you're still the same person, But even so, it's like thinking about judging and criticizing people, whether you're the one criticized or criticizing people. It's like, I guess if you, in this weird idea where it's like, I guess if you knew the whole story, it's like you wouldn't judge them. If you knew everything they went through, you wouldn't judge them. And I guess in that sense, it's like, who am I to judge them? Who am I to place this sort of judgment on people? And why are they able to place that judgment on me when they don't know everything? They don't. But it's up to you to kind of just decide how you want to live with it. Decide how, think you want things to play out. Because, I feel as if we attach ourselves to a lot of things. We hold on to a lot of things that don't necessarily help us. If anything, they may hold us back. Whether it's people, thoughts, ideas, beliefs, habits. A lot of things can hold us back. Because I remember seeing a podcast where it's like, if your nutrition is messed up, it feels like you have no energy. It feels like you have no, sort of focus, you aren't in touch with yourself. And your body's constantly just trying to get in tune with itself, but you keep feeding it things that aren't necessarily good for it. And it's like you're putting, terrible fuel for your engine. And that it's just little things that you try and tweak. So it's like you make both your body, your mind, and if you want to say your spirit healthy or one. Because I've noticed, I've started eating like a lot more fruits, vegetables, and tried cutting back on candy and things like that. I don't drink soda, but I cut back a bit on that because I do enjoy it. But it's like I feel different. Like I feel more energized. I feel more focused. Like, and not to say it's like some crazy, oh wow, I feel like I'm necessarily just sharp now. Like, no, it's like just little by little. And even so, my own lifestyle, trying to stay healthy, trying to keep just things I enjoy, but also work, and trying to find a balance and not trying to tip the scale too hard where it's like I'll get burnt out because of I'm pushing myself. Because I have done that. I have, pushed my body past, limits that isn't necessarily healthy. Like, I'd play soccer and then I'd go work out. Not necessarily healthy, and I do that almost every single day. Except for like a Saturday or a Sunday, because Sunday I'd have a game. But it's it feels as if I always tend to get off track, off topic, off what I was originally talking about. And it's like the fear of uncertainty, when in reality everything is uncertain. Everything is uncertain. Nothing is guaranteed except the choice you make. You can only guarantee the thing you do. Even so, sometimes that's also weird. Sometimes you don't even know why you're doing something. Like, have you ever thought about that? There's like certain things you don't question why you do it, but you do it. And that's so interesting. Like, it's like a subconscious belief, whether it's why don't you work out, or why do you eat this way, or just like it can be the most random things that we can just kind of question. It's like sometimes we don't know the answer, sometimes we do, and it's interesting to find out why. But back to the like whole prevention of failure, it's like it feels as if social media has glorified like being perfect, or getting a first try, or being an overnight success, or even so and we always hear, oh, I wasn't an overnight success. We always hear that, but at the same time, it like things are a lot of people are led to believe that it's overnight success, but in reality it's like you don't see the previous work that's been put in, the previous amount of hours, the previous amount of things. And there's times where people do get lucky. I can't deny that. People do get lucky, but then it's up to them to maintain that same level of the success in whatever it is. Because again, it's like you hear people blow up randomly, but it's up to them to maintain that success, because they could just fall off. They could completely fall off. But that's on them. You can get that lucky shot, but it's on you to keep that same thing. But you never know where your interests could lead you. You never know where it could take you in a sense. But in the same time, you do. You have an idea, but it's not certain. Everything is kind of just like, you know. I guess the only thing that I want to say is for certain is just change and time passing. Like change. People, we change, or we build ourselves into a certain mold that, or idea that we have of ourselves. We build ourselves into an idea that we have, whether we think positively of ourselves or negatively of ourselves. We all act in accordance to that. I feel as if that's commonly known, but at the same time, it's like, what will it take to change it? What will it take for us to think positively of ourselves? But then at the same time, it's like, when I hit this, I'll be this. Like, no, I think it's just a process in trying it. Because sure, you may feel however you feel. You may feel however you feel, but it's the action that just kind of reinforces it, or the lack of action that reinforces it. You know, whether you're shy and you say, I want to become outgoing, it's like, well, it's, you know, the obvious thing you should do is talk to people, right? But in that same sentence, it's like, whether you do or you don't, it's leading you down a path. Whether you don't, you're building the character of you're too shy, or you're shy if you identify yourself with that. But if you go and talk to someone, start up a conversation, say, hey, how's it going, you know, you're proving yourself that, you know, I can be social. And I'm not saying extrovert, because that's just extrovert, introvert, that's like where you get your energy from being out in public or by yourself. But it's just social skills, I guess you can say. And failure is bound to happen. Like, I still think it's so crazy how it's like everything is made to seem like everything is perfect. You see the best sides of people, whether it's your friends, your family, on like social media, right? And it's this whole glorified place where, and I'm not trying to glorify struggle in any way, shape, or form. Nah, I'm not. But I'm just saying how I see things. That is like, we only see the good side of things, which is not bad necessarily, because like that's what you want to share. You want to share the moments of happiness, the moments of joy, the moments of, you know, success. Of course you want to share that. But I hate the idea that it's like people think that that's all there is. That's all there is. There's only success. There's only this. When it's a duality of both success and failure, and living with both, living through trial and error, and just doing that. But I don't know. I think I just left it all there for the moment, because I feel as if I'm just running myself into a circle if I continue. So I'm gonna just leave it off there. You know, I enjoyed this little talk. See ya.